Hi guys, so this video today is going to be about how to get your textbooks for school for free. So I've been doing all these things that I'm about to tell you for the last year, for the last 3 semesters of school. I've been in school for 5 years. 5 years now. I'm graduating at the end of this month, so I just thought I'd share some of these tips with you guys because when I started in school, no one told me anything about how to get any textbooks for a lower price or even how to get them for free. And I had to do all of this research on my own using Google, asking other people, stuff like that. So first thing you want to do is get a list at the beginning of the semester of all the books that you'll need for the whole entire semester. Usually when you sign up for classes, the way it is with my school is that your professor would then put up exactly what book you'll need for the whole semester, and then you can go ahead and start looking at prices and things like that. So, or when you start the first week of class, you're going to get all of your syllabi. So that will list all the books that you'll need for the semester for each class. So you just want to write down a list of every single book, the titles, make sure you know which version your professor asked you to get, because different versions have different information and some might be new. Some professors say you can get any version of the book. You just really want to know which version you need. It's very, very important. Also, if your school has a particular copy of the book that's made just for your school, you kind of want to know that also, because that can create a problem when you're searching for your books online. You might only have to get that book from your school. So that's something else, something that you really need to pay attention to. So after you gather your list, the next thing you want to do is start researching the actual titles and the cost of the books online. So all you have to do is just type in the title of the book in Google, and Google will then show you a bunch of places where they sell the book online and exactly how much the prices are. You kind of want to see the price ranges of things and just, add that to your list next to the book, so you'll get an idea of how much you'll actually be shelling out for each book. Let's say if you went ahead and bought each book, how much the average price of each one would be. So then after you've done this, you want to put those books in the list of value. So the higher price point books you want to put at the top, the lower price books you want to put at the bottom, and then you can kind of really get to see the range of prices and things like that to keep yourself organized. So next, you want to start to see which books are actually available to you for free. So how do you do that? First, you want to check your school library. Here in New York, if you go to a city school, you have access to all of the college libraries. So all you have to do is type in the search on your school website of the title of the book, and then it'll show you every school that has that. The way that works is that technically, due to copyright laws, you can't actually photocopy any book, like word for word, in your school. However, if you have access to that book whenever you want, if you have access to a textbook whenever you want, it's very easy for you to just take the textbook for a couple hours, read the chapters that you need to read, do the problems that you need to do, or research or whatever you have to do for that class, and then just give the book back. There's no money. You already paid for this basically with your tuition, so why not use this resource? That's what the books are there for. So that's the first thing that I always do, is check to see what textbooks my school has on reserve. And then the second thing that I do is then I go and ask, my friends, ask around the school, anybody in my class, if they've known someone who has taken this class before, or someone in the class who has repeated this class before. They may already have the textbook. So it was really easy for you to just be like, oh, can I borrow it for a little while? I give it right back to you. I'll give it back to you. I just want to, copy some important parts of the book that you'll need. Is depending on what class it is, you might need to read the whole chapter. Some classes you only need to have certain things like cases or whatever. It depends on your class. So you got to know what your class structure is and know what your professor is asking for in terms of reading for a textbook, and then you'll go about actually copying or studying that way. Okay, so after checking your school's library, hopefully at this point, most of the books that you'll need, you've already knocked off your list. So that's good. First, I use eBay to find older versions of the textbook that I need for my classes. So let's say if I need a book and it's a 3rd edition, and my professor says that I can use any edition, so I would go and look for the cheapest edition. But you still want to kind of stay current, because if you start with the 1st edition of a book, it might be something from like 1980 that has no relevance today. So you kind of want to use your judgment in terms of that. But if you can find the exact version that your professor asked for on eBay in an older, in the used form for a significantly less price than what you have in your list, that's a good deal. So that's what I would always do, is just get that older version from eBay as soon as possible. Then the next thing is Amazon. If you have a Kindle, or if you have like a tablet or something like that, and you want to download an ebook, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is search it on Amazon and see what they have for the e-version of your textbook. That also is really helpful, because you'll be carrying around your textbook all the time with you, and you'll save a lot of money on the list price of the book. The next thing, also for eBay and Amazon, you really want to get on the ball with that as soon as possible if you're going to order the actual print version of books, because it could take a little while due to shipping times. It depends on where your item is located. Usually around the beginning of semesters for textbooks, eBay is really, really good at you know, expediting shipping times and letting you actually know when you'll get your book. And usually it's pretty on point. Like, I've never had a late book from eBay. Final resource that I just came across this semester is know.com. And that's a website that has a number of discount titles, like stuff that I've never even heard of. And they offer them at a discount, and it's all web versions of books. So this is really helpful for you people who don't like to carry around textbooks. They offer web version of the book, and they also have an app for your iPad. So that's really, really helpful also. If you use your iPad in class, you have your textbook right there in the know.com app. When you sign up, first of all, you have to have a .edu email address. So after you sign up with your email address, you get one free textbook, which is really, really awesome. It's like, all you have to do is search for the title of the book that you want. For this, I searched for the textbook that had the highest cost. So I would really be getting a good deal on this because it would be free. So the textbook that I searched for was for a computer class, and it was $150 new. Like, you couldn't get any old version of the book. I have no idea why, but it was totally new. And so I got that book for free from know.com. So I saved $150 right off the bat. Like, it was crazy. I thought that there was some catch, but there is no catch to this. It's literally, you get a free textbook, and then they give you an offer to spread this deal to 5 of your friends. So you can send the link to know.com for 5 of your friends to get a free textbook. Now, if you have 5 friends who, you know, maybe they graduated already, or they still have their school email address available, this is a great way for you to get 5 other books for free, because you can only get 1 free book per email address. So if your friends still have their .edu email addresses active, then they can go ahead and put in their email address for you, and you can get another free book. It's very, very easy. I mean, all of this stuff I researched on my own. Nobody told me anything about getting free textbooks or getting textbooks for cheaper. I had to look for this all on my own. In terms of renting textbooks, I don't really like. I've done it one time, and I just basically use the textbooks to look through. I rented the textbook for about $20 for the 2-month period. Semesters are 5 months, so I knew I didn't want to rent it for the whole semester, so I just looked through it for about a month, and see kind of what my professor, fill it out, see kind of what my professor uses the textbook for and what they don't use it for. And then I sent the textbook back after I finished using it. I copied, you know, like the questions that I needed to answer for certain things, and that's it. I didn't really need the whole textbook because my professor wasn't really using it every week and making us read it every week. So yeah, so I saved $20 on that also, and I had the textbook and I just sent it back. Let's see. So basically, I've saved in the last 3 semesters, oh my god, like at least $1,500, because every semester there's a professor who wants you to buy this ridiculous $150 book, and not realizing that costs for tuition are continuously rising, like every single year. I don't know what it's like in other states, but here in New York, tuition for city schools has completely, like, the prices for tuition now are out of this world. I mean, compared to when I first started in 2006 to now, I'm paying at least $600 more than when I started. So, and I'm one of those people who don't get financial aid. So it was literally coming out of pocket. Those are my tips. I hope these are really, really helpful. I have lots of other tips for just college in general, or how to save money. If you guys have different tips on how to save money in college, please let me know. Write me down below in the comments, or send me an email of how you save money in college, and I'll spread the word on that. As always, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.